Hi and welcome to BestMyTest. In this video we will talk about movies. We do that because in TOEFL and IELTS speaking tasks you might find questions asking you to speak about a movie you like or the kinds of movies you like. In this video you're going to learn vocabulary and phrases for describing movies. So without further ado, let's get right into that. First of all, let's talk about different kinds of movies. Here are the ones you will encounter most often. Action, horror, thriller, comedy, romantic comedy, or which is called rom-com, science fiction, which is called sci-fi as well, documentary, and animation. By the way, we call these different categories genre, and that word can be used for movies as well as books and music. In case you wonder about the pronunciation of genre being somehow different from your normal English word, that's because it's actually a French word. Now you know some of the different movie genres, but can you describe them in English? In the next following minutes, you are going to listen to different native English speakers talking about their favorite types of movies. You're going to learn a lot of useful vocabulary from what they share.
My favorite genre of movie is action movies. I like action movies because they're fast-moving and highly charged. For example, I like high-speed car chasing scenes, martial arts fights, and gun battles. When I watch action movies, it always keeps me on the edge of my seat. I just don't know what's gonna happen next. Another reason why I like action movies is that the cinematography is amazing. For example, X-Men movies have breathtaking special effects and excellent stunt scenes. Overall, action movies are fun to watch, and some of them have great plots and acting. Some people say action movies are just crowd pleasers, but I don't think that's true.
Alright, what have you learned from this answer? Let's look at the vocabulary and phrases used by this speaker. Fast moving describes something that is moving very fast. So, you can say an action movie has a lot of fast-moving car-chasing scenes. Highly charged basically describes something that is filled with a great excitement, tension, or emotion. You can say a movie is highly charged if the plot is very exciting. We also use highly charged to describe a topic that opens up a lot of discussion, disagreement, or perhaps even anger. For example, the legalization of marijuana is a highly charged topic. Okay, the phrase "keep me on the edge of the seat" is a very interesting phrase that you can use when you are watching a movie or a TV show that is so suspenseful that you couldn't leave your seat even for only a second. So, you're always on the edge of your seat. The adjective riveting has also the same meaning of keeping you on the edge of your seat. A rivet is a fastener that holds something fixed or two things together. So when you say something is riveting, it means it keeps you fixed or glued to your seat and grabs your attention. We can say a movie is riveting, a book is riveting, and so on and so forth. Alright, there are 4 professional terms mentioned by this speaker: cinematography, special effects, stunt scenes, and plot. Let's look at them one by one. Cinematography is the art, process, or the job of filming movies. It involves camera work. So when you say a film's cinematography is amazing, you mean the camera work and techniques used in this film are amazing. Special effects are illusions or visual tricks used in a film to simulate things like explosions or create, for instance, monsters or other imaginary things. A stunt scene is a movie scene that has stunts in it. A stunt is a difficult piece of action, like Tom Cruise hanging from a moving plane in Mission Impossible 5. Stunts are usually dangerous and done by someone skilled. A plot is the main story of a movie or book. Usually a good movie or good novel has a great plot. The final word is crowd pleaser. This is a modern word, as you can probably tell from its spelling. It describes a movie that pleases the crowd. However, this word often carries a negative meaning. When we say a movie is a crowd pleaser, we imply that the movie is popular and liked by a majority of people, but usually that's about it. There's nothing particularly good about this movie other than being popular. Just think about how many Christmas-related movies come out every time Christmas is around. In my opinion, these movies are mostly crowd pleasers. Okay, let's listen to other people talking about their favorite types of movies.
My favorite type of movie is horror movies. I love them for several reasons. The first and main reason is that being scared is fun. It's fun to have the adrenaline rush, and it makes my blood run cold. Another reason is that horror movies are suspenseful. I'm so caught up in the scary moments of horror movies.
My favorite genre of movie is comedy movies because they are hilarious. They have lots of scenes with funny characters and funny situations that make me laugh. Sometimes I laugh because actors say or do witty things. Sometimes I laugh because characters are socially inept and encounter embarrassing mishaps. In my opinion, the best comedy movie is Mr. Bean's. It is a total laugh riot. I like rom-com movies because they are feel-good movies. Some people think that they are cliché, but I just like them. I enjoy them because they are heartwarming and they give me hope. The beautiful thing about romantic comedies is that while they let those circumstances play out, I still know that those two people are going to be together before the credits roll and I get to smile at the end.
So, what can we learn from their answers? Let's look at this idiom here. Make one's blood run cold. If you say that something makes your blood run cold or makes your blood freeze, you mean that it makes you feel very, very frightened. So obviously, a good horror movie can make your blood run ice cold. Another word which was mentioned is suspenseful. It is often used to describe a horror movie or an action movie. When a movie is suspenseful, it gives you a feeling of excitement or nervousness because you are waiting for something to happen or are uncertain about what is going to happen. Okay, let's look at the vocabulary used to describe comedy movies. The speaker here used hilarious. Hilarious basically means incredibly funny. You can also use amusing or humorous. Okay, but what about laugh riot? Do you know what that means? A laugh riot is an extremely amusing or entertaining person or thing. So when you say a movie is a laugh riot, you mean the movie is extremely amusing and makes you laugh all the time. Next, let's look at rom-com movies. Rom-com simply is an abbreviation for romantic comedy. It is a movie with light-hearted and romantic stories. The basic plot of a romantic comedy is that two people, usually a man and a woman, meet and then part ways due to an argument or other obstacles. And well then, I don't want to spoil your movie, but get to be together in the end. So, a lot of people say rom-com movies are feel-good movies because they make you feel good. And they say rom-com movies are heartwarming, as their stories are so touching that they warm your heart, although I don't always feel this way when I watch a rom-com movie. Alright, now we have listened to different people talking about action movies, horror movies, comedies and rom-coms. Let's listen to other people talking about why they like science fiction and documentaries.
I am a fan of science fiction movies because in sci-fi movies I can see spectacular CGI scenes of battles in outer space, or I might see what living in a high-tech future world could be like. Another reason I like sci-fi movies is they can do much more than just showing us amazing special effects. They can tell stories that make me think about the world as it is today and think about the sort of world we want to pass on to our children and grandchildren in the future. For example, there are many sci-fi movies that convey messages about environmental issues like pollution, global warming, and overpopulation.
I like to watch documentaries for several reasons. First of all, they are thought-provoking and give me food for thoughts. For example, the documentary An Inconvenient Truth talks about the climate change and the present and future effects of global warming. This documentary makes us rethink our roles as humans in saving our Earth. Another reason I like watching documentaries is it helps me gain more depth in certain topics I'm already knowledgeable in. In addition, it gives me insight into different places and lifestyles that I have very limited exposure to. For example, I like to watch documentaries on National Geographic channels. I always learn a lot about other countries from documentaries.
Okay, let's learn some more vocabulary and phrases. CGI stands for computer-generated imagery. So a CGI scene is a scene that contains graphics that are generated by computers. CGI is often used for creating special effects. Thought-provoking is used to describe something that makes people think seriously about something. For example, a book or a documentary can be thought-provoking when it contains information that makes people think of problems in, for example, our society. When something is thought-provoking, it is often informative. Informative describes something educational and full of facts. Okay, the final phrase we are learning today is food for thought. Food for thought are pieces of information that give you interesting insights or perspectives which you have never considered before. So an informative documentary can give you food for thought. Or listening to TED Talks can give you a lot of food for thoughts. Okay, this is the end of our video about movies. I hope you enjoyed hearing various thoughts from different people on their favorite types of movies. With the knowledge about different genres and some terms often used when talking about these, you should be able to share your thoughts on movies as well. So, what kind of movies do you like and why? Feel free to share your answers in the comments below. If you like our video, give it a thumbs up and follow our social media channels to stay tuned for more. On our website www.bestmytest.com we offer even more targeted exercises and knowledge to prepare you for your upcoming TOEFL exam, so make sure to check that out. This is Joe from BestMyTest. Enjoy the rest of your day and talk to you soon. Bye bye.